Paris Saint-Germain reignited their Club World Cup aspirations, bouncing back from a previous setback with renewed vigor. They secured a crucial and well-deserved 2-0 victory over a resilient Seattle Sounders side. Following a shock defeat to Botafogo, PSG found themselves under immense pressure to deliver a result. Anything less than a victory in this match would have severely jeopardized their chances of progressing further in the tournament, potentially ending their Club World Cup dreams prematurely. But the French champions responded with resilience and character, showing their mental fortitude. They reminded everyone watching just why they are considered among the world's elite football teams, capable of competing at the highest level. This victory wasn't just about securing 3 valuable points in the group stage. It served as a powerful statement to their rivals, signaling that PSG are serious contenders and are here to compete for the coveted trophy. The win propels them to second position in the group standings, placing their fate firmly back in their own hands as the group stage nears its conclusion. Securing a win in their final group game will now guarantee PSG a coveted spot in the knockout stages of the competition. The players displayed a renewed sense of focus and unity on the pitch, playing with a clear sense of purpose and determination that had been noticeably absent in their previous match just days ago. Seattle Sounders put up a brave fight, frustrating PSG's attacking efforts for a significant portion of the first half. But ultimately, they lacked the clinical finishing and decisive edge required to capitalize on their opportunities. Just one lapse in concentration and defensive organization was all it took for PSG to pounce and seize control of the match. This crucial victory breathes new life and renewed hope into PSG's quest to secure their first-ever Club World Cup title. While the overall performance wasn't flawless, it was undeniably professional and efficient, showcasing their capabilities. This victory serves as clear proof that they have learned valuable lessons from their earlier mistakes in the tournament. PSG demonstrated excellent game management, effectively absorbing periods of pressure from their opponents and displaying ruthlessness in front of goal when their chances arose. It was a mature and composed display from the team, providing a crucial foundation and building block for the challenges that lie ahead in the competition. For Seattle Sounders, it was a night filled with disappointment, despite their disciplined defensive approach and tireless efforts throughout the match. While PSG's journey in the Club World Cup is still far from its conclusion, with many hurdles yet to overcome, this hard-fought win provides them with a significant boost in momentum and a surge of confidence as they head into the decisive stages of the tournament. The pressure remains firmly on their shoulders, but now, PSG have the advantage of controlling their own destiny in the competition. The message is resoundingly clear for their opponents. PSG are back in the hunt and determined to make a significant impact. PSG's breakthrough came with a stroke of luck, a moment that would ultimately shift the entire complexion of the game. It was a goal born of persistence, but undeniably tinged with fortune. Vitinha's ambitious shot from outside the box, perhaps not destined for the target initially, took a wicked deflection off Ymar Gomez Andrade. This cruel twist of fate wrong-footed Seattle's experienced keeper Stefan Frey. The trajectory changed in an instant. Frey, caught completely off guard by the sudden change of direction, had absolutely no chance as the ball agonizingly spun into the net. It was a bitter pill to swallow, giving PSG a crucial lead right on the cusp of halftime. The timing of the goal couldn't have been more devastating for Seattle. They had meticulously executed their defensive game plan almost perfectly up to that point, frustrating PSG's attacking efforts. A goalless first half, a testament to their hard work and tactical discipline, would have been a huge psychological boost for the Sounders, providing them with momentum. But instead, they were forced to go into the break trailing by a goal. For PSG, the goal was a massive wave of relief washing over the team after a frustrating period struggling to break down Seattle's well-organized and resolute defense. The tension was palpable before the goal. Their passing had been uncharacteristically slow and predictable, and frustration was visibly building amongst the PSG players. But Vitinha's speculative yet ultimately deflected effort changed everything in an instant. The unexpected goal forced Seattle to abandon their previously successful defensive approach and commit more players forward, adopting a more attacking and expansive style of play in the second half. This tactical shift inevitably opened up more space behind the Seattle defense, creating opportunities for PSG's quick and skillful forwards to exploit on the counterattack. The dynamic of the match shifted instantly and irrevocably. Seattle's previously unwavering defensive discipline was undone by a single unfortunate and somewhat freakish moment of deflection. PSG's exuberant celebrations showed just how much the fortuitous goal meant to them, releasing pent-up tension and injecting renewed confidence into their play. It was a reward for their persistence in the face of a stubborn defense, and it allowed them to approach the second half with significantly more freedom and attacking intent after the break. For Seattle, it was a cruel and demoralizing blow, especially after such a disciplined and well-organized defensive performance throughout the first half of the match. The fortunate opener ultimately set the stage for PSG to seize control of the rest of the match, dictating the tempo and exploiting the spaces left by a now more adventurous Seattle side. Sometimes, fortune favors the brave, and PSG, with renewed vigor, took full advantage of their lucky break. The contest was fundamentally altered in that single, decisive moment, swinging the momentum firmly in their favor. As Seattle, now trailing, desperately pushed for an equalizer, their attacking intent left gaps at the back. PSG's counterattack, a hallmark of their game, struck with devastating effect, showcasing their ability to transition from defense to attack in the blink of an eye. Kylian Mbappé ignited the move, demonstrating his blistering pace and skill, bursting from his own half and leaving defenders in his wake. Mbappé drew defenders, creating space, before releasing Achraf Hakimi on the right with a perfectly weighted pass. Hakimi's pace was unstoppable. He sprinted onto the pass, leaving the Seattle defense struggling to catch up. He controlled the ball with his first touch, assessed his options, and calmly slotted it past Frey, the Seattle goalkeeper. The 71st-minute goal effectively ended the contest, silencing the home crowd. It was a textbook example, showcasing PSG's lethal transition play and clinical finishing. This was classic PSG, absorbing pressure from their opponents, remaining compact and organized in defense. Then, with lightning speed, punishing opponents with speed, precision, and ruthless efficiency. Mbappé's vision and unselfishness were key to unlocking the Seattle defense, while Hakimi's composure and clinical finishing completed the job, demonstrating his quality in front of goal. The goal highlighted the significant threat PSG pose on the break, a constant danger to any team they face. Give them space to operate, and they're almost impossible to stop. Such is the quality of their attacking players. Seattle's ambition to get back into the game ultimately left them exposed at the back, and PSG capitalized ruthlessly, showcasing their killer instinct in the final third. The second goal secured the 3 points for PSG, solidifying their lead, and sent a warning to future opponents about their capabilities and attacking prowess. Even when not at their absolute fluid best, PSG's counterattack remains a consistently deadly weapon, capable of unlocking any defense. The electric combination of Mbappé and Hakimi, with their pace and skill, was simply too much for Seattle to handle on this occasion. PSG's efficiency and speed on the break is what truly sets them apart from many other teams at this elite level of football. One chance, one clinical finish. Game over, a testament to PSG's quality and composure. The match was a tale of two halves shaped by the timing of PSG's goals. Seattle's disciplined defense frustrated PSG for most of the first half, forcing them into wide areas and limiting clear chances. The Sounders even threatened on the counter, keeping Donnarumma alert. But Vitinha's deflected goal just before halftime forced Seattle to change tactics. Chasing the game, Seattle opened up, and PSG took control. With more space, PSG's quality shone through. Quick transitions and dangerous counters became the norm. Hakimi's goal punished Seattle's ambition, effectively sealing the result. After that, PSG managed the game with composure, keeping possession and slowing the tempo. It was a mature, intelligent performance, adapting to the match's changing demands. PSG showed they could grind out a result and then dominate when the opportunity arose. The shift from frustration to control was decisive. PSG's adaptability was the difference. Several PSG players delivered standout performances. Vitinha was the engine in midfield, scoring the opener and dictating play with his passing and work rate. He kept PSG ticking, especially as the game opened up in the second half. Kylian Mbappé's impact was immense, even without a goal. His pace and directness constantly threatened Seattle. His assist for Hakimi's goal was a moment of pure quality and unselfishness. At the back, Marquinhos led with authority, organizing the defense and snuffing out danger. After the Botafogo setback, his leadership was vital. Achraf Hakimi was relentless on the right, providing width, energy, and a clinical finish. His forward runs stretched Seattle and created space for others. Defensively solid, Hakimi's attacking intent was rewarded with a goal. PSG's stars stepped up when it mattered most. It was a complete team effort, but these individuals made the difference. Their quality shone brightest on a crucial night. After the shock loss to Botafogo, all eyes were on PSG's response. They answered emphatically, playing with urgency, discipline, and a renewed sense of purpose. The team's attitude was transformed, sharper passing, relentless pressing, and collective determination. Even when frustrated early, PSG stayed patient and trusted their quality. This mental resilience was missing in their opening game. The win over Seattle showed they'd learned from their mistakes. Hard work and team spirit matched their talent this time. PSG defended as a unit, attacked with intent, and managed the game smartly once ahead. The victory silenced critics and restored belief in the squad. It wasn't just about the scoreline, it was about the manner of the win. PSG proved the Botafogo defeat was a blip, not a crisis. Their campaign is back on track. This victory does more than earn 3 points, it transforms PSG's Club World Cup campaign. From the brink of early elimination, they now sit second in the group with qualification in their own hands. A win in the final group match guarantees progression. The result lifts the mood, restores confidence, and reaffirms belief in the coach's plan. Winning is a habit, and PSG needed to rediscover it quickly. The dream of a first Club World Cup title is alive again. The club's owners and fans demand this trophy, it's the missing piece. An early exit would have been a disaster. This win keeps hope burning. The performance sends a message to rivals. PSG are resilient and dangerous. Their clinical goals show they can win in multiple ways. After being written off by some, PSG are contenders once more. The path to glory is open. With this win, PSG can now focus on their decisive final group match. Victory there secures a semi-final spot, where European giants like Manchester City or Real Madrid could await. The performance against Seattle, solid at the back, clinical up front, sets the blueprint. Complacency must be avoided. Professionalism is key. Ousmane Dembele's expected return for the knockouts adds another weapon to PSG's attack. His pace and creativity will be vital in the biggest games. The path to a first world title is clear, but the challenge is immense. 2 more wins would make history for the club. The motivation is huge, and the focus is sharper than ever. PSG are just steps away from their ultimate goal. The journey continues with belief restored. This was the night PSG needed a mature, controlled win under pressure. The 2-0 victory over Seattle was about character and resilience, not just skill. The team proved they could adapt and respond after a setback. Vitinha's persistence and Hakimi's counterattack summed up PSG's strengths. The win resets their campaign and lifts the cloud of doubt. Now, optimism and belief have returned. The dream of a world title is alive, and PSG have given themselves a real chance. With key players hitting form and Dembele's return looming, the pieces are falling into place. This win was more than a result, it was a reaffirmation of PSG's identity. The quest for global glory continues with renewed purpose and focus.